Writing isn't easy, and writing a good story is even harder. As you can see here in this video, we are going to do how to write a story. Okay, exams are approaching soon, and you all are in dilemma how to prepare for story writing or story composition question. Okay, so in this video, we are going to learn what are the things which we should remember, how we can plan when we see any question of story writing. So this video is for you if you are going to have your exams soon. Okay, let's get started. Now the topic is how to write a story. First point which you should be careful about is read the outline. Okay, so outline, that means any beginning line, any starting line will be given to you in the question of story writing, and you have to read it well and you have to understand it well. So, first of all, read the outline and try to understand and read it well. Okay, so read and understand it properly would be your first action. Okay, as soon as you see this question of story writing, first thing you will do, you will read the outline, you will read the beginning line carefully and you will understand it well. Then what you will do, you will do the second point, that is you will be doing some rough work. Okay, here what do I mean by rough work? Then you will see that in the last page of your examination copy, first of all write this word rough work and then start planning for your story. Okay, and here what will you be planning? You will be planning, you will be jotting down some points, jotting down the points means after reading the outline, what kind of points are coming in your mind, what kind of things are coming in your mind, and how will you be taking your story throughout for that particular question. For that you will be writing, you will be jotting down some points. Now in this rough work we will be doing many other things, so let's get ready for that. Now two things which we have to do are reading the outline, reading the beginning line very well, then start doing rough work. Okay, now number 3 will be that coherence. Okay, here what do I mean by coherence? Coherence when you are being logical in your thoughts. That means some kind of logic should be there, and it's not so that unnecessarily you're writing many of the things which are not even related with your theme or your story or the question. So it should be logical, it should be complete in its sense, and next thing that it should be in a proper sequence. Okay, one thought after the other should have a proper sequencing. That means what should be there initially, then how will you be developing the characters and the story. So it is all about, so coherence should be there in your mind while writing any story. Now next is point number 4 which you should remember is use of simple language. Okay, I am not asking you to use fancy language and various other things which you do not know, and many students are not having that much I would say expertise in using all these kind of fancy languages. If you know, if you can write, it's up to you. But I'm not asking you to use complex kind of language, complex things. But it is good if you are using metaphor, if you are using simile, and all the 9 to 12 students will be able to understand what do I mean by metaphor, simile. These all are literary devices. Yes, am I right? Yes, so metaphor, that means when you are comparing two things that are completely unlike to each other, but at least they share one similarity. Simile, for example, if we are comparing two different things by using the words such as or like. For example, if I want to show the beauty of garden, and I'm using the beauty of any girl. Okay, so these two things, one is person, other is natural object. So how I can show the similarity, the beauty, similarity between the beauty of these two things, and images, when we are giving our readers a chance to see the things, to feel the things through our work or ideas. So it is good if you are using any metaphor, simile, or any imagery. Now next is point number 5. What it will be? It is our plot. Okay, so plot is a very important thing, guys. So in plot, what comes? It is a usage of characters. So it has characters and events that go together. Okay, okay, so involvement of characters should be there, as well as characters, okay, as well as events, sorry. So here I told you that you have to do rough work. Here rough work includes the setting of plot also. Okay, so you will be thinking about the characters according to the outline, what kind of outline is given to you, and what kind of characters can be involved by you in the plot. Okay, so after selecting the characters, for example, a boy whose parents are there, and whose friends are involved in the story, so that is the characterization. Okay, now next, events. What kind of important events are taking place in the story? We will be talking about that, and these both the things, characters and events, come under this category of plot. Okay, you must have heard about the plot of the story, but now in this video you will come to know what it is exactly, and what you can mention in plot. Okay, so during this rough work, you can, when you are jotting down some points, you will be writing about the characters, their names, their dialogues, their the events which will be taking the story towards its climax, and after all, it's towards its end. Okay, now next point will be our theme. Okay, it is the very important thing, and the whole story will be based on this theme. Okay, for example, through the outline itself you will be able to understand whether social problem is discussed, can be discussed through your story, social issues can be resolved through your story, and what kind of message you will be giving to the society and to other learners or to the students like your age. Okay, so theme can be based on any social problem, social issues, or something like that. So it would be easy for you to discuss the sorry, discuss the things in the story. Now next thing is which you can mention that you should, I am not saying can, you should mention that proper punctuations like we all know where to use question mark, where to use inverted comma, where to use comma, where to use dash, where to use colon. So these are the signs, punctuations which you have to use very well while showing any conversation. You can use proper punctuation. And last thing which I would like to mention here, that you should read the examples. Okay, here what do I mean by read the examples? That you should read some stories beforehand while preparing for exams, and that would help you a lot because there you can understand what kind of characters are involved in the story, then what kind of events can be there in the story, so you can give your story, you can write your story that way. Okay, so that will help you to evolve the ideas, that will help you to think over the topics which can come in the exam, and ultimately any theme would be discussed in the story. So overall it would be a good I would say it would be a good way to prepare for this question of story writing. If you read some of the stories which are given anywhere in your syllabus book or in any book from which you prepare, so it would be a great help to you if you read some examples of stories. Okay, so now if you want to take screenshot you can take it, and this is how through these 8 points you can prepare well for this question of story writing. I hope this video had been a very good help, great help to you. If you have liked this video, share it with your friends, and if you are new to the channel, do subscribe it. Keep watching these kind of videos. Until we meet again, bye bye. Take care.